right. All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for allowing us to speak in your class. My name is Tasha Williams. I'm a program director here at the Innovation Hub at Texas Tech, and we have Io Igby with us. She is actually one of our startups who has just done an amazing job through our programs, has launched a company that's doing really well, and so we want her to be able to share her story. So she's actually coming to us from Dallas today. She's finishing her studies there this semester. And so we're going to do everything virtual. So hopefully we don't have any trouble here. But I'm going to get started with talking just a little bit about the Innovation Hub, who we are, what we do, and how you can be involved. And then I'll pass it to Io to share her journey with you. At the end of this presentation, we will share our contact information, some coordinating links that can help you to apply for our programs. And just if you have any questions for Io or myself, feel free to reach out. Okay, so like it says on the screen, we launched Texas Startup. So the Innovation Hub is free and open to students, faculty, staff, but also the community and surrounding communities. So anywhere that you come from, you could be a part of our programs. And so we get our funding from the Lubbock Economic Development Alliance here in Lubbock, but also Texas Tech and some sponsors to be able to put on programs free of charge for anyone who is interested in being an entrepreneur. And so that is what we do. We create startups. We want to inspire people to become entrepreneurs. And so here's our building. If you haven't been here, on the top left, you'll see the Innovation Hub. In the bottom corner, you'll see the inside of the hub. So it's a really fun and creative space for co-working space. You can come and study here if you want. It's a $30 million building and a $30 million investment from Texas Tech. It's really huge, but we also have tenant spaces, event spaces, again, study spaces, lab spaces. So if you have not been out here, come and visit us and see what it's all about. And so some of our impact, we're actually working on our 2020 impact now. And so these numbers will be updated soon. But just to show you, we have 21 tenants here, and that doesn't include all of their employees. I think the total count is like 75 when you include all of their employees and interns and all of that. But the companies here at the hub housed here because they are some sort of startup. So we call ourselves an incubator. So baby companies pretty much is what we do. And then once they get big enough to exit, maybe sell their company, then they move out of the Innovation Hub and we move in some more baby companies. And so it's really fun to watch them grow. We've supported last year 35,000 innovators and entrepreneurs. So they've walked in our door through our programs. Maybe we've connected them with investors, anything like that. So we have great partnerships within the community. Most importantly, we have 43 industry mentors that anytime that you're a part of our program, you get access to these industry mentors. So it's really a big deal that you get their expertise because they have been there, done that, and can share their journeys with you. We've launched to date 11 accelerator companies, and we'll talk more about what that is, and launched 7 new companies June 2019. And like I said, we're updating this, and so we actually have 7, or I think there's 6. There's 6 new companies in 2020 going through our program. So these companies spend a year with us, and which Io has done, and she'll share her journey there. We have 12 programs, lots of media hits surrounding it, and then we've given out $5.5 million in federal and internal grants to startups. That number is even bigger this year, and so we're excited to share that with you in our annual report. So our programs are in 3 different buckets: ideation, commercialization, and acceleration. So ideation is the first stage for first stage entrepreneurs. Maybe you have an idea that you've been working on for a couple of years, but really haven't done anything with. Maybe it's an idea that you were driving down the road and was like, I've got something, I'm gonna pull in real quick and tell them. Maybe it's you don't have an idea, but you want to. So these are all the programs for you. Commercialization, you're right in the middle. You have something, you're going to start working on it and validating it. And we'll talk about what that means in a minute. Acceleration means, okay, I've got something, I validated it, I think this is going to be something that I really want to work on. Then you'll go to the acceleration program. and some of our accelerator programs to actually start getting funding around your idea, building your business plan even further, going out and seeking investors. So our ideation programs, just really quickly, Red Raider Idea Competition. This is where the community votes on the best idea. We have $3,500 to give out for this. First place prize is $2,000. And it's just as easy as submitting a 60-second video on your idea. You can do that by creating a animated video. You can record it on your iPhone, whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be high quality. It's really about your idea and who you can get to vote for you. We always call it American Idol meets Shark Tank. So best idea and who thinks it's good. That program is coming this fall. November 12th is the deadline. Again, I'll share all of these deadlines with you and links to register. Red Raider Startup, one of the most fun programs that we have. It's a 3-day event. We're actually going to do this in person this year. We are just limiting the number of people that can join. So if you're interested, you should get registered ASAP before the spaces fill up. This is a 3-day program. It's idea generation, pitching your idea, doing some customer discovery to see who thinks it's a good idea and that you're solving a problem, and then pitching to a panel of investors all in 3 days. This is our fast and furious way for you to dive in as an entrepreneur. First time, you can come in with an idea or without one, and you'll be placed on a team. Hub Camp is our virtual now business plan workshops. We have 2 faculty that teach these. So if you have an idea and you're ready to figure out how you're going to make money with that idea, Hub Camp is where you need to go. Discoveries to Impact. This is so exciting. It's 1 week, about 14 events goes on through that week. We have 5 community and departmental partners. And we are showcasing research, innovation. We're now included the Office of Engagement and startups throughout this week. So we've got the undergraduate research conference going on. We've got guest speakers. This year is going to be astronauts talking about their research and how they've been innovative. With the new SpaceX launch, they're going to talk all about that. And so you never know what you're going to learn out of these people who have done extraordinary things. Then we also have our startup competition that week. So be looking for details for that. iLaunch is our $10,000 business plan competition. This is the closest thing to Shark Tank that you'll get here at Texas Tech. And so we have a panel of investors that will work to identify a winner, $10,000. So 10 companies will compete for that. Anybody is eligible to participate as long as you're 18 years or older. The idea competition, you do not have to be 18 years old. That could be for anybody. And so then we have Faculty C Startup. So we just awarded 5 faculty members with $2,500 each. And they are embedding entrepreneurship and innovation in their classroom and in their syllabus. And so this is a great way for them to teach entrepreneurship, and it doesn't just come from the Innovation Hub. All right, so commercialization. We have 2 programs here that we're actively working on. One is the National Science Foundation I-Corps program. This is centered, like I said, if you want to validate your ideas, this is centered around customer discovery and your business model canvas. So this is a portion of the business plan that's going to focus on what your customers or potential customers think. And I know Io's going to share all about what she did to validate her product to get it to the market. So really, you're identifying a problem. Entrepreneurs are ultimately finding a problem out there and solving it with a new innovation. And so if you don't have a problem to solve, you really can't sell something to people. And so that is what this program is all about. The beauty of this program is just for going through the program, being accepted into the program, you get $3,000 to spend on customer discovery. So that could be travel, that could be going to a fair, a booth, to showcase your problem and see what people think about it. And so that is really easy money for you to go out and just really validate your idea before moving forward in any of our other programs. Then last, we have the prototype fund. So we have $80,000 here looking for people who want to take their idea to the next level. So maybe you are trying to make an app, maybe you are trying to finalize your minimal viable product. So that money is there for you. And you just have to submit a business plan, which again will help you do through HubCamp, and you can get money to finalize your prototype. Our last bucket is acceleration. And so the TTU Accelerator Program, we have funding for 8 companies annually, $25,000 each for the company. It's a year-long program. They get connected with mentors. They get the money to use for certain parts of their program. Maybe it's marketing, building a website. Maybe they need to, again, prototype development. Maybe they need to hire some people to help them. And so that money is there to use to accelerate your company and whatever you need to do. The President's Innovation Award, we have $100,000. $50,000 comes from the TTU president. The other 50 comes from the TTU Health Sciences Center president. And that money is used so you have a product, you're at the stage where you're ready to actually move forward with it. We give you rental space at the Innovation Hub and equipment. So maybe you need a 3D printer, maybe you need just office supplies, maybe you need to rent lab space, whatever it is, that money could be used for that. And then we talked about our mentor program, but we have 43 mentors there to help you in whatever bucket that you're in. We have some that just read your business plan for you, give you, kind of vet it out for you, give you some suggestions. And then we have some that actually will walk you in with an investor and sit by your side while you make those important decisions. And so whatever stage you're in, we have a mentor for you. All right, so the last slide I have is just entrepreneurial student organizations. We have 2 right now, the Texas Tech CEOs. And this is just a group of students who want to be CEOs. They want to learn how to be either an entrepreneur, a CEO of a business, whatever. Maybe they're innovating new ideas. And so they meet once a week. Right now, again, it's virtual. I don't have those days and times now. I think they're kind of working that out. But if you're interested in that, you can email myself and I will get you connected with them. We also have Hub ambassadors. And this is a new thing where we have students who we're looking for actually right now, some students to represent their college and be a part of the Innovation Hub. So you just represent the Innovation Hub at Rawls or the engineering school or wherever you're at as a Hub ambassador. You come to our events, you help volunteer at some of our special events. And then we also put you through our program so you can see what it's like to be an entrepreneur. All right, and then here is our information on how to stay connected. And again, I will share with your professor the contact information for myself and Io after this. All right, so now I'm going to pass it over to Io. We're super proud of everything that she's done. She's got an incredible journey to share, and she's just fun. So if you want to hear about a student who took an idea all the way through the trials and the challenges and the ups and downs to create something, Io can do that for you. So Io, take it away.
Thank you so much, Tasha, and thank you guys for participating and listening in. We're so excited for you guys to be here and to learn more about the Hub. Tasha talks all about me. Tasha's amazing and the Hub is amazing. And I want to walk through how I started my business, Hankio, and how I went through all the stages, the buckets that Tasha talked about, the ideation, commercialization, and acceleration. So a little bit of background. My name is Iodella Igby. I also go by Io for short. I am an engineering student and entrepreneur at Texas Tech in my final year. I'm majoring currently in electrical engineering and minoring in math. I have an expected graduation date of next year spring, cross fingers. And 2 things I'm really passionate about are building things, which we'll kind of go into this presentation, and also connecting people. So on the left side, you see me and my group members with our autonomous rover that we created in my engineering class. And then below that, you'll see a picture of me holding up my product with an awesome jacket. So my story begins with a problem. It started my freshman year. I remember very vividly going into my closet and seeing that I had shoulder bumps on my favorite sweater to the left. And that sweater, I absolutely adored and loved. And so I saw that there were shoulder bumps on it and I got very frustrated. I tried different things to alleviate those shoulder bumps and take them out, like putting hot water and throwing it in the dryer and then ironing it. Nothing worked. So I started talking to the girls in my dorm and people on and off campus, and I started to see that there was this common narrative that people had issues with their hangers. Their hangers were causing stretching, wrinkling, clothes slippage, shoulder bumps, basically hanger tragedy, and there was no clear solution to solve those problems. And so that's when I was like, oh my gosh, like this is an issue. The hanger hasn't really been changed in the past 160 years. Let's do something about it. So in my head, I thought there has to be a better hanger. And after doing some research, I didn't find one. I didn't find one that solved those issues. So with my inclination to like want to build things, I started brainstorming different ideas to resolve the issues that I had and I saw that other people had. So I thought about flexi rods because I had used flexi rods to curl my hair. And I thought, oh, like, what if your hangers could be bendable? Because if they're bendable, then you wouldn't get those shoulder bumps, those annoying shoulder bumps. You wouldn't get the slippage from the collar if you put some resistant material, and you can bend it in any way you want. So you can use it with different types of garments. So I created a rudimentary prototype shown in the images on the screen. And I just took a flexi rod and a gear tie and I rolled it around and a hook from an old hanger. And that was my minimum viable product, or my MVP. So still in the ideation stages of trying out different things to see if it worked. I had different ideas, but this one was the one that really stuck. So with that prototype, I wanted to see if other people thought it was good too. For me, I had tested it with my clothes and it had worked. And I knew that it could solve my problem and that I liked it, but I didn't know if other people would like it too. And that's like one big thing I learned is that, you can create a solution, you can create an idea, but if you really want it to serve a lot of people, you have to ask people, what do you think? What do you think that this solves your problem? And so that's what I did. I, from there, went to the commercialization stage where I started, after I validated it with talking to people and saying, yes, they said, yes, this could work. I started going to different pitch competitions. So this pitch competition that I did was, I launched the business plan competition that Tasha mentioned. And here was my first really official business plan competition where I pitched the product. I talked about what the product was and the traction that we had gotten from people that had like signed up on our email list. And from that, I was able to win seed money of $1,000 to help me really create the beginning stages of Hangyo. So from there, I'm still I finished my commercialization and now I was moving into the acceleration. And so I participated and I got accepted into the accelerator, TTU accelerator that Tasha mentioned, which is the year-long program where I received a $25,000 grant, an awesome team of mentors who came from different backgrounds, from marketing to manufacturing to legal mentors that really helped me create the foundation of the business and step me through the different stages of developing Hangyo. So this was a very exciting time. So from there, I took all the resources and all the feedback that I had received, and I did extensive product development. So this was all of last year where I was in really the nitty gritty of everything, trying out different materials, different shapes, different sizes. You can see me in this picture sketching out just all the ideas that came to mind and really brainstorming. And so I had that rudimentary basic prototype that didn't look amazing, but I knew that I needed to improve upon it. I needed to improve upon the aesthetic of it and also the functionality of it so that way it could hold different clothes and that way people would think it's cute in their closet. So from there, once I figured out what the final product was going to look like, and I got my supply chain and manufacturing all solidified, I was ready to launch this year. So June 1st of this year, I launched the product, and it can be found on our website, shophangyo.com. Here's a screenshot of it. And really, we went in with the question of, can this work? Will people purchase it? like past previous years have gotten positive feedback of people saying that they wanted it, but we wanted to see if people would actually spend money on it. So with that, we got a yes. We ended up selling out within 3 days of our initial launch on June 1st, which was not what we expected, but was amazing. And we received a lot of positive feedback from the people that did purchase from us. So here's the final product. So I took the feedback I got from my customers and also some brainstorming and inspiration that I got from my own brainstorming time, and I infused that into the product. And so what we have here is called the Hangyo hanger, which is our first ever product for Hangyo. And it's a bendable hanger that can mold in any way, shape, or form that you need it to accommodate different clothes. The big thing is that it solves those issues of the shoulder bumps, the overstretching of the collar, and the clothes slippage. And it has that functionality where it can hold different types of garments. In addition, we made sure that it's also very beautiful too. So since we launched, we received a lot of positive press. At the end of July, we were featured in Mashable and Fast Company, and I've also participated in other programs with nationally recognized organizations, including Mash Challenge and Future Founders. So the Innovation Hub has been very, very pivotal in my journey as an entrepreneur. I actually don't know where I would be without the Innovation Hub because they really stepped me through the different phases of starting a business. I remember in the very beginning in 2018, I participated in Red Raider Startup, and I got to really understand, like, from ideation to pitching your idea, what that process is like with people I didn't even know, but really had a lot of great collaboration with. I then moved on to doing the idea competition and had a really great time just like going out of my way to advertise and learn about how to really put myself out there. I then went to the business plan competition I launched where I pitched my product, and before that I participated in the Hub Camp, where I learned how to write a business plan, which was really, really critical in me getting to the place where I was fit for the Eilish business plan competition. From there, I participated in iCore, which helped me do really great customer discovery. And then the finale was the accelerator, which helped me skyrocket Hangyo to where it is now. So the Hub has had tons of impact on my journey. And I really encourage you guys that if you have an idea, or if you don't even have an idea, but you have your passions and your interests, to really come to the Hub and plug into all the amazing resources that they have to really see yourself grow and develop, not only as an entrepreneur, but as an individual, as a student, and as a professional. So really great next step is the Red Raider Startup that's coming up November 6th through the 8th of this year, 2020. So I will hand it over back to Tasha to continue the presentation.
Thank you so much. Every time I hear that story, I get more and more excited for you. So as you can see, she went through having an idea as a class project, moving it forward, selling out of her product. And I have them in my closet and I love them. So there you go. It is an incredible journey, and she's, one of many that's been through our programs and has had some successes. And so we just want you guys to know that you can do it as a student, no matter what idea it is. It could be a technological idea, to a hanger, to food truck, whatever you want. We see it all, and we're able to help you in whatever stage that you're in. And so we just hope that you will reach out to us. Again, we'll follow up with an email with all of this information and make sure that you know how to get in touch with us. So thank you guys for your time. We hope to see you soon. The first thing coming up is Red Raider Startup, like she said. I'll send you the link to that to sign up. And then our idea competition. Those are the first two easiest ways to start your journey. So we will be in touch with you soon. Thank you so much. Have a great day.